The cameras flashed, the crowd froze, and just like that, Hollywood had a new obsession.
Oh, absolutely.
Jessica Alba just made her new romance with Danny Ramirez very clear.
Like, undeniable at this point.
Welcome to StarScope Report. Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and, viral influencer scandals.
Basically all the chaos.
Right. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame. And for this deep dive, we are pulling from a really fascinating stack of sources today.
Yeah, we've got TMZ, Us Weekly, Fox News, and Wikipedia to kind of map this all out.
Exactly. Because we're unpacking how this really quiet post-divorce rumor evolved into basically Hollywood's hottest, most public summer romance.
It is easily the defining pop culture story of the season, especially for anyone who, watches the mechanics of fame.
Oh, for sure.
But I mean, this is so much bigger than just a picturesque vacation romance.
Yeah.
If you look closely at how this entire relationship has been rolled out to the public over the last few months, you're looking at an absolute masterclass.
A masterclass in what, exactly?
In how modern celebrities control their own narratives. Like, in the age of social media, they aren't reacting to the press anymore. They are directing the entire play from behind the curtain.
Yeah, that hyper-curated control is exactly what stands out to me, because just recently, Jessica Alba dropped this massive August so far photo dump on her Instagram.
I saw that. It was everywhere.
Right, and the visual details are just staggering. We are talking cinematic levels of curation that completely dominate the paparazzi narrative.
It's brilliant, really.
It is. Like, she starts the post with this close-up selfie in an animal print string bikini.
Okay, setting the tone immediately.
Exactly. She is indoors, but you can see the ocean stretching out through the windows right behind her.
The lighting is probably perfect, too.
Oh, flawlessly lit. She's got layered gold necklaces, hoop earrings, and these very specific, narrow burgundy sunglasses. It looks effortless, but every single pixel feels engineered.
Oh, it is entirely engineered. And it operates on a very specific psychological level,
How so?
Well, think about the early 2000s, right? The era when she first became a global superstar. The celebrity dynamic back then was completely reactive.
Oh, totally. Just getting chased down the street.
Exactly. Photographers hunted celebrities, sold these really invasive blurry photos to tabloids for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then the tabloids just wrote whatever narrative they wanted.
Yeah, the celebrity was essentially the victim of the media cycle.
Right. But by dropping a high-definition, perfectly lit carousel of her own life, she completely circumvents that old economy.
It's like she's her own tabloid now, because she trades the swimwear for the golf course in the next slide, posing with a friend in these matching black sleeveless golf dresses.
Flashing a peace sign, just totally unbothered.
Very unbothered. Then there's this incredibly domestic, peaceful shot on the beach. Her 18-year-old daughter, Honor, is just stretched out, relaxing on top of her in the sand.
Just a classic family moment.
Yeah, with lush greenery and towering cliffs in the background. It paints a picture of total bliss. But then she completely buries the lead.
This is the crazy part.
Right in the middle of this family and friends aesthetic, she drops a candid shot with Danny Ramirez.
And that is the image that completely short-circuited the entertainment news cycle.
It really did. They are sitting at this outdoor table, laughing together. The table is covered in fresh fruit, a neat row of limes.
Sounds very aesthetic.
Oh, it is. She has her hair up, wearing gold under-eye patches and a patterned cover-up. And Ramirez is just super casual in a black t-shirt and a baseball cap.
Just hanging out?
Right. They're holding matching bowls, smiling at each other. And the caption actually refers to him as my love.
Wow. Okay, that is huge.
It is. And this builds on those TMZ shots we saw back in June from their Italian getaway in Tuscany.
Oh, the Tuscany photos. Those were everywhere, too.
Yeah, she was in a brown strapless bikini, smiling for a selfie while Ramirez was cuddled up, kissing her shoulder. Spritzes, prosciutto, gelato, just peak Italian summer romance.
Honestly, the progression from those paparazzi shots in Italy to this self-published August recap, it's a highly deliberate sequence.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. You really have to consider her recent interview with Elle magazine to understand the underlying strategy here.
What did she say in Elle?
She was incredibly candid about the claustrophobia of modern fame. She explicitly stated that because everyone has a camera phone now, being out in public feels like being an animal in the zoo.
In a zoo? Wow, that's intense.
Right, because you are constantly being observed, constantly recorded, without your consent.
Okay, wait, I have to push back on this strategy, though.
Go for it.
If she feels like an animal in a zoo, why is she suddenly putting her private life on a digital billboard for all of us to look at? Doesn't posting the intimate moments just, I don't know, feed the zoo?
I get why it looks that way.
To me, it feels a bit like a movie studio releasing their own official high-definition movie trailer just before the paparazzi can leak grainy, out-of-focus set photos.
But building on that exact movie trailer analogy, think about what a studio actually controls when they release a trailer.
Well, the footage, obviously.
Right. They pick the lighting, they choose the soundtrack, they edit out the mistakes, and they dictate the emotional tone.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
By posting these intimate, joyous moments herself, she reclaims total control of the narrative. If a paparazzi photographer takes a blurry photo of you eating fruit with a new partner, the tabloid gets to invent the context.
Yeah, they could say you look tense or that you were arguing over breakfast.
Exactly. But if you post a high-resolution photo yourself, with a caption calling him my love, you have rendered the paparazzi photo completely obsolete.
Oh, wow. So you essentially bankrupt the tabloid's leverage.
Exactly. The tabloid can't sell a blurry telephoto shot of a celebrity when the celebrity is giving away a better version of that exact same moment for free to millions of followers.
That is so smart.
She actually told Elle that her own social media is the only place where she feels she has control over how her life shows up. It is a brilliant, aggressive, defensive strategy, disguised as an open, vulnerable diary.
That hyper-curated Instagram feed makes perfect sense when you look at the absolute minefield she just walked through in her personal life.
Oh, definitely. A messy divorce would ruin everything.
Right. A messy public divorce would completely ruin this unbothered aesthetic, which is exactly why her split from Cash Warren was handled so surgically.
It was incredibly clean.
But this picture-perfect summer didn't just happen overnight. Coming up, we will talk about the shocking timeline twist and the messy Hollywood divorce stereotype they completely shattered.
Yeah, because the timeline of the last 2 years is really where the assumptions people make about celebrity breakups get turned completely upside down.
So true.
It fundamentally challenges how we expect high-profile people to behave when a relationship ends.
Yeah, to really understand the impact of this new romance, we have to look at the transition. In January of 2025, she announced her split from film producer Cash Warren.
And they were together for a long time.
Oh, a very long time. This wasn't a brief Hollywood fling. They had been married for 20 years and have 3 kids together. Honor, Haven, and Hayes.
20 years in Hollywood is practically a century.
Seriously. But by February 2025, she officially filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences.
Now, in the traditional celebrity ecosystem, this is the exact moment the war begins.
Oh, yeah, the gloves come off.
Right. We are so conditioned by the industry to expect the leaked custody battles, the bitter financial disputes, the anonymous sources trashing each other in the press.
It usually becomes a PR arms race where both sides hire crisis managers to just destroy the other's reputation.
But none of that happened here.
Literally none of it. The dynamic between Alba and Warren has been fiercely protected as friendly exes. They released a joint statement about moving forward with love, kindness, and respect, and remaining a family.
Which, you know, a lot of people say, but they actually did it.
They really did. And we know she built the honest company empire, right? So she obviously understands boardroom negotiations. It seems like they applied that exact same level of pragmatic, emotionless strategy to the divorce.
It was handled like a very amicable corporate merger dissolving.
Yeah. And Warren is currently dating a model named Hannah Sandor, who is 21 years his junior. Meanwhile, Alba and Ramirez have an 11-year age gap, with Alba being older.
Right. Everyone has moved on.
Completely. According to the sources in Us Weekly, neither of them judges the other. Furthermore, local media reported there was no spousal support involved in the divorce settlement.
Wait, really? None?
None. Zero spousal support.
Bypassing spousal support in a 20-year Hollywood marriage is incredibly rare, but I mean, it is the ultimate signal of a clean mutual break.
Yeah, it takes all the leverage away.
Exactly. When you remove the financial entanglement and the PR warfare, you remove the oxygen that tabloids need to build a scandal.
That makes so much sense.
That clean break is precisely what allowed her to transition into this new chapter without dragging a cloud of public drama with her.
Which perfectly set the stage for what I'm calling the slow rollout of Danny Ramirez.
The slow rollout. I like that.
It was so slow. The reports say they had mutual friends and kept things very casual at the start. The first real public sighting wasn't even until July 2025.
And where was that?
They were spotted touching down in Los Angeles, returning from a getaway in Cancun, just walking through the airport, very low-key.
Just a standard travel day.
Right. Then things started to escalate slightly. In September 2025, they were at the U.S. Open men's singles final. Carlos Alcaraz is battling Jannik Sinner on the court, and Alba and Ramirez are in the stands just taking turns kissing each other.
Okay, the U.S. Open is a fascinating venue for a celebrity couple to make a statement like that.
Why do you say that?
Because it is highly photographed, heavily populated by other celebrities, and broadcast globally. It is the ultimate testing ground for a relationship in the public eye.
Oh, you definitely do not kiss at the U.S. Open unless you are fully aware that a camera is capturing it.
Exactly.
It's a deliberate soft launch. But the official, undeniable hard launch didn't happen until November of 2025 at the Baby 2 Baby Gala.
Right, the gala.
Ramirez took to his own Instagram and posted these gorgeous selfies of them laughing together inside the event. The pacing of this relationship is what really gets me.
It was very measured.
Yeah. They slowly turned the dial up from rumored friends in an airport to red carpet official over the course of almost half a year.
By keeping it casual initially, they tested the waters, right? Not just with each other, but with the public, their brands, and their respective families.
That's a really good point.
They are modeling how to move forward with respect, keeping the children as the absolute priority while unapologetically finding new happiness.
It's refreshing, honestly.
It proves that a marriage ending doesn't have to be a tragedy or a scandal. It could just be the practical conclusion of one chapter and the beautiful beginning of another.
Absolutely. And hey, if you are loving these Hollywood twists and relationship breakdowns, make sure you are subscribed. We have got even crazier stories ahead on this deep dive.
Because we haven't even gotten to the craziest part of this specific story yet.
Not even close. Because the rollout of this relationship is only half the story. Wait till you hear who Danny Ramirez is quickly becoming in Hollywood. Spoiler alert. He is about to be everywhere, and his trajectory is wild.
He is standing on the precipice of massive industry-wide dominance, and his rise tells us a lot about what it takes to actually survive in Hollywood today.
Let's look at his resume because it is exploding at an unprecedented rate. He is a 33-year-old actor of Colombian and Mexican descent, raised in Miami.
And he didn't even start in acting, did he?
No, he originally wanted to be an athlete but pivoted to acting after injuries. He grounded out in minor roles for years. Then, boom, he lands the role of Lieutenant Mickey Fanboy Garcia in Top Gun Maverick.
Which was just a massive movie.
Huge. Next, he gets cast as Manny in the highly anticipated second season of HBO's The Last of Us, dropping in 2025.
I mean, those are two of the biggest pop culture juggernauts of the decade. That provides him with a massive built-in global audience right off the bat.
Totally. But that is merely the foundation for what he is doing in the comic book space.
Oh, right, the Marvel stuff.
Yes, his biggest lead is definitely in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He played Joaquin Torres in the Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay, yeah.
Now he has officially taken up the mantle of the Falcon in the 2025 blockbuster Captain America. Brave New World. He's literally taking over the wings from Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson.
That is a huge passing of the torch.
And he is already slated to reprise the role in 2026's Avengers, Doomsday. We are talking about true franchise anchoring.
But, you know, the acting credits are just the public-facing side of his ambition. What is arguably more impressive is how he is operating behind the camera.
What's he doing behind the scenes?
He is not just waiting for a studio to hand him a script. He is actively building his own production empire.
Oh, right. He launched a production company called Pinstripes with his longtime friend Tom Culliver.
Yes.
And they are swinging for the fences right out of the gate. Right now, he is directing, writing, and starring in his directorial debut, a sports drama called Baton.
And the producing muscle behind this is insane.
It's wild. It is being produced by David Beckham and former Marvel executive Victoria Alonso. They wrapped principal photography in Atlanta in February 2026.
That's some serious backing.
And the cast he pulled together. It includes Louis Pullman, Camila Mendes, Diego Calva, and Becky G.
You really have to understand the industry mechanics to fully appreciate that move.
Tell me about it.
Securing Victoria Alonso, who was instrumental in building the MCU, and David Beckham for a first-time directorial debut is not just about having famous friends.
What is it about?
It is about securing international distribution and proving to financiers that you are a safe bet. To pull together a cast of that caliber speaks volumes about his reputation and his ability to command a set. People really trust his vision.
He definitely needs that solid reputation because the industry is incredibly volatile right now. Like, he is also attached to a film called Dinoche, directed by Todd Haynes.
Oh, I heard about the drama with this one.
Yeah, this movie survived some massive behind-the-scenes chaos. Just 5 days before they were supposed to start shooting, Joaquin Phoenix, the lead actor, abruptly dropped out.
5 days.
5 days. Just walked away from the production. Ramirez politely called it a complicated situation and expressed his disappointment.
I mean, that is diplomatic.
Very. The project was eventually revived when Pedro Pascal stepped in to replace Phoenix in early 2026. But honestly, I have to push back on this whole modern power couple narrative here.
Why is that?
Well, between starring in Marvel movies, directing his own features, running a production company, and navigating wild co-star dropouts, is he spreading himself too thin?
It's a valid question.
When an actor tries to become a multi-hyphenate this fast, doesn't it usually lead to burnout or just a massive box office bomb?
It is a massive risk, absolutely. Yeah. When a lead actor drops out 5 days before production, the financing usually collapses, insurance premiums skyrocket, and the crew is left stranded.
Yeah, it's a nightmare scenario.
Navigating that level of industry chaos while simultaneously trying to edit your own directorial debut and prep for an Avengers movie requires an unbelievable amount of stamina.
Unbelievable.
But honestly, this is the new required blueprint for modern Hollywood stardom. You can no longer rely solely on acting. The industry is just too fragile.
You have to do it all.
You have to be a producer, a director, and a brand. And if we connect this back to his relationship with Alba, their dynamic actually makes perfect sense.
Because she operates on that exact same intense frequency.
Yes, exactly.
She isn't just an actress. She took a massive consumer goods company public. They are both navigating enormous corporate pressure.
Exactly. They are peers in ambition. And this brings us right back to Alba's interview in Elle, which I think provides the emotional anchor for all of this.
What was the anchor there?
She talked about how her view of love has evolved over the years. She said love isn't always a movie or a rom-com with grand performative gestures.
No more boomboxes outside the window.
Right. Her definition is much more grounded and practical now. She described love as holding space.
Holding space.
Yeah, it's sitting there rubbing someone's head when they're just exhausted.
Ooh.
Or, crucially, allowing someone to rage and giving them the space to just be frustrated, knowing nothing will push you away.
You know, I totally get that. When you are dealing with the stress of Joaquin Phoenix dropping out of your movie 5 days before filming, or you are managing the quarterly earnings of a massive company, you probably do not need a partner who is demanding a fairy tale romance.
No, you definitely don't.
You just need someone who can let you rage for a minute in the kitchen.
It is a survival mechanism as much as it is a romance. With two massive, demanding careers constantly under the microscope, that grounded, quiet definition of love is exactly what makes them functional.
Yeah, they really are a safe harbor for each other in an industry that is designed to be notoriously turbulent and isolating.
It really reframes those paparazzi shots from Italy and the Instagram post from August, doesn't it?
It totally does. When you see them laughing over a bowl of fruit or hanging out on a beach, it isn't just a cute vacation moment to flex on social media.
No, not at all.
It is two incredibly busy, high-profile people actively choosing to pause the machine and hold space for each other.
It is a conscious act of preservation. And as we wrap up this deep dive into the mechanics of modern fame and relationships, I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over.
Let's hear it.
Think about Jessica Alba's definition of love. Allowing someone the space to just be human, away from the cameras, the expectations, and the constant demand to perform.
That's powerful.
It is. In an era where everything from our summer vacations to our morning coffees is aggressively curated for social media validation, maybe the most radical thing you can actually do in a relationship is simply hold space for your partner's unpolished imperfections.
I love that.
Forget the cinematic grand gestures we are sold on screen. How does your own definition of a grand gesture compare to just sitting quietly with someone on their worst, most stressful day?
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.